Hey y'all, my name is Ben. I'm a hillbilly, I'm a redneck, I'm a Buddhist, and I love absolutely everyone. I want to talk today about how I was prejudiced. I prejudged some folks. I prejudged these rednecks up here in the hills. Um, I thought they was going to be like racist, and they ain't. Anyway, about a year and a half ago, I was living down there in the big city. And the big city was driving me crazy. Been down there for probably about 15 years, maybe. Yeah, about like 15 years. So anyway, there was basically three reasons how the big city was driving me crazy and forced me out. Okay, first and foremost was the noise. Now the noise was something fierce. It was driving me crazy. See, I used to live in this neighborhood real close to downtown there. And if I'm living in the city, I'm going to be up in the heart of it. You know, I ain't going to be in the suburb. I want to be where the action is. Anyway, just got divorced. So I'd been down there and I wanted to move to the heart of town. So my neighborhood was a really cool neighborhood. It was very liberal, but because I was liberal until they done lost their minds. Now I'm reckon they call me right wing because I'm like liberal from like 2007. But I don't understand what the hell's going on because a lot of people have been done lose their mind. I'm like a liberal dude, but I don't even know what liberal means no more because I ain't like them. But I was in this very liberal, cool little place, and it was a very cool place to live, right? A lot of people wanted to move to this neighborhood, and too many people wanted to move there, and then it went to crap. They tore down all the old buildings, and they're putting up all these apartments. It was constant noise, just constant construction, and they put in all these bars, and just the noise was insane. Now, I ain't got nothing wrong with bars, but still, you don't want them right behind your house, you know, in the residential area there. Anyway, so that was one. Number two was the traffic. Now you knock down an old building there, and then you put in 100 apartment units on every block. You're adding 1,000 something people. You know, and there's only one way. You know, you can't drive nowhere. There's only one way in and out of in the neighborhood. You go out of town or into downtown. That's only one thoroughfare. That's all there was. So it was like, I don't know if y'all ever been down to Myrtle Beach, but that's what it was like. Driving in Myrtle Beach, just going to the damn grocery store was like driving in Myrtle Beach. And it was just getting insane. And the third reason, now I'm going to lose some of y'all on this one, but this is just the way it is. Y'all say, man, that sounds like hippie mumbo jumbo, Ben, but I don't know. I'm what you call an empath. I know that sounds friggin' crazy, and you're like, Ben, that is that's just outrageous. But it's true. I pick up on people's energies. I can feel their pain and I can feel their anxiety. It's just a bizarre thing, okay? Very bizarre thing. But in the city there, everything was starting to get very negative. There's a lot of low vibrational energies going on, and it was like overwhelming to me. I can't describe it. But I had to get out. So anyway, I was like, I got to get the hell out of this city. So my brother-in-law was like, well, and I didn't want to move back up to the hills where I know, okay? Like, it's too cold. It's way too cold. I don't want to be way up in the hills. But I wanted to be somewhere where just small and just a small town, something. Anyway, my brother-in-law was like, you need to go check up where I'm from. He's like, it's right there at the base of the mountain. He's like, it's like hill folk, but you're not up in the hills. It's really, he was like, there's nothing to do there though. And I'm like, hell, doing nothing's like, that's my favorite pastime. I mean, it's a match made in heaven. So anyway, I came up here and I fell in love with the place and ended up moving up here. Okay. But here's the thing too, y'all. Here's the thing. It's kind of racial, I guess. It's not racist, but racial. And, but here's the thing. As far as me, right? Just preference. It's superficial and has nothing, just aesthetically speaking only. It's all I'm saying, just aesthetics. It's just very superficial and aesthetic. I prefer like brown, black women, okay? I like white girls are fine, but personally for me, if I got my choice, I'm going to choose a brown girl. You know, like my ex-wife was South American. And like, she was really dark skinned, you know. Anyway, so, you know, black, you know, African, South American, Asian, Indo-subcontinent, all just beautiful. Okay, that's what I like. I got nothing against white girls, just saying, if I had my choice. So, by the time I was fitting to move, this old friend of mine hit me up on Facebook, right? And she was going through some hard times. I mean, she lived a few hours away, but she was like, hey, Ben, can I call you? I'm like, yeah, call me, girl. So anyway, she called me. She's going through some hard times. Ended up talking to her. Well, this girl's a Southern Indian. Okay, if you don't know, Indian's not a race. India is a country. Okay, Indian is a nationality. There is no Indian race. But you got the Southern Indians, which are the darkins, and then you got the Northern Indians, which are like the Indo-Aryans. They're the lighter skinned ones. They're like the Bollywood ones. Okay, and I like the Southern Indian kind because they're darker. But that's just me. I'm sorry, man. It's just the way I am. So, but she starts flirting. Anyway, we start talking, and then she kind of starts flirting with me. So, this is over time. Okay. So she starts flirting with me, and I'm like, hey, man, I'm flirting back. We're having fun. It was cool. It's an old friend. Never thought she'd be flirting with me, but it was fun. But we kind of faded out. I got busy. She got busy. I moved and just kind of fizzled out. I ain't talked to her really much since. But I was worried, okay, because I knew I was fitting to move up here to this very red place. And I mean red by the electoral college or electoral map there, it's red. And also red by the color of these folks up here's necks. Very red. A lot of rednecks up here. Or if I can wax poetically, the hue of their nape was mighty crimson. Okay, see what I'm saying? So I was like worried, because I've been down in this liberal city and hearing like, oh man, them Republicans are crazy rednecks. And I was, I've been in the city for 15 years. I was like, hell, maybe the shit's gone crazy up there. I don't know. But, so I was like worried because I was telling my friend there, the Southern Indian girl, she needs to come see me with her dog. And, cause I'm moving from a 1-bedroom apartment there in the city to this, it's a crazy little cabin. I got a cabin with an extension on it. It's like a cabin with an apartment attached to it. I don't know what kind of building codes they got up here, but this place is kind of mad. But anyway, so I got this cabin, like a 3-bedroom cabin. Okay. I went from just I got over 2,000 square feet here. It's a big place. Anyway. So I was like, you need to come up here with your dog. Come see me. But I was worried. Because I thought these rednecks here in town, they wouldn't be too accepting of a white man with a brown woman, because that's, I just assumed, that rednecks are racist and whatnot. So anyway, something was in the back of my mind, and like, how's it going to be if I find a woman? Because I like them dark women, aesthetically speaking. So anyway, I'm up here, and I go to first time I was up here, I go to the grocery store, and I feel the energy is bizarre because you look at me, I'm weird looking to begin with, and there's only 2,500 people here in town, and there's only one grocery store. That's it, one grocery store. Now 3 towns down, they got the Walmart and 2 grocery stores. That's 3 towns away. Okay. So anyway, there's one grocery store in town. I go in there my first time, and I feel the energy of people just like, who the hell is that? Because they don't know me. And the people up here in the hills, like, they're going to act weird if they don't know who the hell you are, because you're new. So, I was like, I expected that. It's no problem. So I go back to the grocery store next time. It's kind of much chilled. I've been walking around town and much chilled out by then. But I see the second time I go to the grocery store, what do I see? Lo and behold, not one, but two interracial couples there. Like both of them was a black young gentleman and a white young lady. And they weren't together, nothing. They were just there at the same time. But there was no energy, no negative energy about this at all. Nobody was batting them an eye. Nobody was giving them a stink eye, no nothing. Just, hey, whatever, man, just total, apathy. Just nobody cared. Nobody cared at all. I was like, holy cow, I misjudged these people up here. Like, nobody cares. And anyway, about 4 times a year up here, they block off downtown and they have these festivals. Okay. Just like, there's like a summer fest and there's every season got a fest. Okay. And every time I go down there, there's all the races. So this place up here is about 85% white, about 10% black, and about 5% split between Hispanic or Latin. I don't know what the correct term is no more. And Asian. Okay. But every time you go to these festivals, there's like interracial couples everywhere with their mixed race youngins. They're cute as hell. And you got everybody just getting along. Everybody's, hey, what's going on? Hugging everybody. And it's just like, because there's only 2,500 people in town. You're going to know everybody. Anyway. And everybody just gets along. Totally. There's no racial tension or nothing. I was like shocked that there was like, ain't no cross burnings, none of that crap. Ain't no alt-right up here. If they are, they ain't proud. They're quiet about it and they ain't proud of it. I'll tell you that. They ain't recruiting. They ain't trying to get you. If there's alt-right up here, man, I'm telling you, they ain't proud of it because they ain't being quiet about it. I don't think they'd be accepted no how. Anyway. And this other thing, one night I go down there, I like to walk. I got a lot of health issues and whatnot. It hurts, but sometimes I feel good. I like to go on a walk. So one night I was feeling pretty good, so I ended up walking downtown. And we only got one bar here in town, just one bar. There ain't nothing to do here, y'all. So I walked down. I ain't never seen a bar open because I don't really walk much at night. But I walk up the other side of the street there, and the bar is open. And it's first and foremost, this bar is crazy lit up, like bright, like fluorescent lighting. It was way too bright for me. You know, when I used to drink, I liked the dark, dank dive bar. Anyway, I walked by, small place, and it's crazy lit up. And a TV was on playing hockey. And I just thought that was funny, that a redneck bar here in the middle of nowhere is playing hockey. You know, it's just not what you'd think. And the third thing, let me tell you, there's 6 or 7 people in that bar. There's a bartender and 6 patrons there. And I look in, and all the patrons there are kind of like in a semicircle, like around, arced around in front of the bar. And there's 4 white folks and 2 black folks. And all 6 of them were standing together talking, and they were a hooting and a hollering, just laughing, having a good old time. And I was like, well, I'll be damned. You know, you'd think there'd be some like weird racial tension or some Jim Crow residue or something like that up here, but there ain't. Ain't none of it. People up here just get along, you know. There ain't no, these rednecks are just, they're more tolerant than the damn liberals down in the big city. So, man, that's all I really got to say is I was prejudiced against these rednecks thinking they were going to be racist, and they're very accepting. Now, if you come up to the hills and you're new, people going to look at you funny regardless of your race. So don't think it's about race, okay? Because they will look at you. If they don't know you, I mean, we're talking about a town of 2,500. If they don't know you, you're going to get some, who the hell is that looks? What the hell is that person doing in here? But it ain't got nothing to do with your race because they did it to me. I mean, I'm funny looking though. So anyway, I guess that's all I got to say. I apologize for being prejudiced, thinking these folks are racist when they weren't. And, you know, I just want to just love each other, y'all. I mean, it's really important just to love each other. We all just got to get along, you know. And man, I keep on hearing stories about racism on YouTube. There, I don't watch TV. I'm like a millennial, I reckon. Except I'm not a whiny little. But just love each other, y'all. There's people are much more accepting, like these Republican rednecks or whatnot. If there's racism up here, I don't see it. I'll put it that way. Not at all. I mean, at least in social settings, there ain't no racism at all. Even when church let out down the street there, you know, ain't no Buddhist temple, so I ain't going to church. But even when I'll be walking and I'll see the church letting out, and every church is mixed race. Every neighborhood up here is mixed race. I'm telling you, there ain't like no all white area here in town. Even we got this really rich neighborhood, you know, because a lot of old folk come up here to retire. And it's right there. There's a public golf course in the county, and the city kind of annexes one little neighborhood, I reckon, for tax revenue. But I've driven through, these houses are like million, well, probably not up here. They're probably about 300,000. They'd be multi-million in the big city, and there's people of every race down in there, you know. In every neighborhood, you drive anywhere in town, you're going to see people all living together in peace. So that's all I got to say, I reckon. Love each other. Just get along. I mean, we're all just humans. It's just one race, the human race, y'all. So I reckon that's all I got to say. My name is Ben. I'm a hillbilly. I'm a redneck. I'm a Buddhist. And I love everyone. I love you. Peace.